the person involved, it's his first conviction, he can apply for probation. He doesn't have to go to jail. But under the cyber libel law, right, with the penalty being at least 1 degree higher, if a conviction will result in actual service of a sentence in jail.
Attorney, is there jurisprudence as basis to say na yung continuous publication is valid to charge someone of cyber libel after the enactment?
So I'm not aware of any jurisprudence anywhere which says that continuous access of an article means that libel is continually being committed. The closest thing I can come up with is this famous case in Europe for the right to be forgotten, involving an article that was published originally on paper but went online, and an individual in Spain was able to cause Google to have it removed from their search.
Google, not the publisher, right?
Not the publisher.
So again, I think you have to look at this. If this is upheld in some way or is adopted by the state, this, to me, is another example of a breakdown of rule of law. It's a redefinition that has tremendous impact on journalists in particular, which is why it becomes a press freedom issue, and on anyone publishing anything. That includes bloggers, right? That includes any company that publishes anything online. It's a redefinition. That's a really big red flag for me.
Okay.
Ox lang.
How are you taking this in?
Good. I mean, good in the sense that, you know, we understand the bigger picture. We're prepared for it. It's not as if we all haven't been in some form of attack online, starting online, and then moving to the real world. We are the third in line. Well, I wanted to be third in line, but obviously, you know, you have to look at this in the context of the attacks on the Philippine Daily Inquirer, on ABS-CBN, and its franchise on the Catholic radio stations that haven't gotten their franchise. And now Rappler, we're very small. We thank the government for its focus on us. But again, there are broader implications on business and on press freedom. And we ask for your vigilance in this. We have to hold the line, right? Hold the line. When something changes, we keep track of it and we point it out.
What's next for Rappler, ma'am?
Business as usual, except I hope I don't appear at the NBI that often. I enjoyed the time that we had. It was, again, very friendly, very cordial. I thank the NBI for inviting me and for hearing our side of it. I didn't know what to expect. But I also have faith that there are good men and women in government who will stand up and also hold the line, right?
Sorry, are they requiring you to submit an affidavit or statement after this, or?
Well, there's an option. There's an option to so under the rules, there's an option for us to file a reply, and the lawyer will have to make a determination whether or not that will happen.
Was it explained why Benjamin Betanga was subpoenaed also? Because it was clarified that he does not sit on Rappler's board.
He's neither. So in the actual, like, you know, he's neither the chairman, publisher. He has no. We didn't really get a clear answer, but that is on the complainant's side.
Yeah. So the complainant had made an allegation as to that, and so the response will have to come from counsel of Mr. Betanga as by way of defense.
How about Ray Santos po?
Are you representing him as well?
Yes, we.
Okay.
Ma'am, anong status po ng appeal for the SEC order?
You know that everything moved very fast. I think that's the other thing we want to point out. I'm concerned that that things that normally have longer periods of time have moved at lightning speed. The SEC has simultaneously transmitted to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice has already handed it to the NBI. We are, as you know, you guys are journalists. Imagine if you have a search warrant, for example, for your documents, your electronics. This has great impact again on freedom of speech and our rights as journalists to protect our sources, for example, right? Nothing has moved forward, thank God, for now, but we keep track of it, and again, we appeal to government authorities to do the right thing, to follow the rule of law, to give us due process. We have nothing to hide. we'll completely submit ourselves as I did today.
You're complying with the 15-day deadline, ma'am.
Absolutely, absolutely, because we will challenge it and we'll take it all the way up. Again, two fronts there, right? There's the business front, the PBR, and thank you for everyone, because I've seen exhaustive analysis on both sides on this, online and in newspapers and on television. So there's the business side, which has an impact on whether or not rule of law exists in the Philippines for investors, and then the second one is the press freedom issues. Are we being curtailed? Are we being targeted? If you see the pattern is clear. There is a threat to press freedom, and we ask for your vigilance. They're represented by their
Can I just clarify? It's online libel, yung complaint?
cyber libel.
Cyber libel.
Maria, how do you feel that there are these different cases, investigations being done by different government agencies about Rappler, and it seems to be simultaneous and you're all handling them at the same time?
That's the pattern that we see. It's a pattern to continually harass us, to take our eyes off the ball. We want to continue doing the stories. Guys, I want to be on your side of the line, right? We'll continue dealing with it because we believe in rule of law and due process, and continue to ask for that. Our right should be
Where are you planning, ma'am, to challenge the SEC ruling? Is it before the Supreme Court, before the Court of Appeals? Are you going to exhaust the remedies available before the SEC?
Our lawyers are going through all of this. I ask for your patience.